You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lim. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown. My reaction, though, I kind of knew Ksoo was gonna get charged with it, cause like when you putting stuff on social, not saying he did it, but you got to think about how Jacksonville is set up. Just like Kenny K case, they charged Lil Robert with murder, knowing he didn't do that. Just all word of mouth, just people tweeting, just like stuff. Social media, you would get charged off social media. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they charged Ksoo off social media. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he did it. I feel like he innocent.
Thank you.
Judge, we do have Hakeem Robinson out of the chute this morning.
All right, let's bring Mr. Hakeem Robinson out.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, Mr. Robinson. Do you see your attorney on the Zoom screen there to your left?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Kawas, can you see and hear your client behind the podium?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. As we just discussed with Mr. Whitaker, then, we are resetting case 3601 for trial. And so that is March 31 of 2025 for jury selection, March 24 for final pretrial conference, and the next pretrial conference will be October 2, and that's in both cases. But the case being set for trial, just for clarity of record, is case 2020 CF 3601.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else specific to Mr. Hakeem Robinson that we need to address?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Robinson.
Pick up Scotty.
Robinson Sr. told the state attorney's office that his son, Hakeem Robinson, posted on Instagram an incriminating message after McCormick was murdered.
He called it the story. It's on the story saying that kill and get his toes done.
Now, as part of the discovery in this case, you've had an opportunity with your attorney to watch what I'll refer to as a dash cam video, a video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that?
Yes, sir.
Did you recognize the shooter?
Yes, sir.
Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Your son, Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Robinson's father also told prosecutors he thought his son, Hakeem Robinson, was the shooter based upon these sneakers the gunman is seen wearing and guns that he says his son has had before and after the shooting. Hakeem Robinson's attorney, Chris DeCoste, has told News4Jax in previous interviews the gunman in the dash cam video is not his client. This is Robinson Sr.'s court record showing his guilty plea. He could face up to 20 years in prison.
This shit so aggravating. No. This shit aggravating. I need to ask him down for.
You're going to be down here. We're doing a homicide investigation, and you're down here part of a homicide investigation that we're conducting.
And what is this, sir?
Let me show you some pictures of what we're talking about. You know what that is?
No, sir.
You don't know what that is? Bibby, ring a bell to you?
I want to speak with my lawyer.
You want to speak with your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's going to be a bit. We're going to be out there doing some paperwork. You do have a warrant for your arrest.
We have a warrant for your arrest for murder today.
What?
Yes.
For what?
You want your lawyer, so I can't tell you no more, but you'll be in trouble.
What the hell?
Say, hey man, it's OG Jucario. Now I'm back at you with another one. And I had to come spin the YouTube block because today was the day that the actual trial for Ksoo's murder trial was supposed to begin, right? Those two homicides he was accused of, right? Allegedly, Bibby and Buck. Okay, and now we have a situation where they done set it back again, and they're saying it won't start until next year, 2025. And the judge was saying in that hearing there that they won't actually start until March, the end of March, right? With these pre-trial conferences and jury selections and things like that. And also she's saying that in October of next year, that, you know, that's when another pre-trial conference is going to begin. I'm guessing that's when the actual trial will start. So, you know, with this minor setback again in this Ksoo murder trial, it's been going on 5 years. That boy been locked up in the county out there in Jacksonville, man. Say, man, hey, man. These people holding boys for years in that county, man, before they even seeing the light of a trial at all. You see what I'm saying? Now, as we all know, it takes time for these cases to go to trial or whatnot. But with Ksoo being up in that county jail there in Jacksonville for almost going on 5 years now, right? That's kind of crazy, you guys, because he could have actually been serving his time by now and possibly been up for parole, right? So it makes you think, why is they steady, you know, postponing? And some people are saying, look, they're trying to come up with a RICO. You know, that's what people are, you know, discussing right now concerning why is this Ksoo murder trial keep getting pushed back. Well, people feel like, hey, they're trying to gather everything together with these murders and the drugs and things like that, right? The illegal activity, the gang enhancement, because Ksoo and his brother, Crazy K, they have, you know, gang enhancements as well. And this was right after Fulio's murder, you guys. And so it makes you wonder, are they trying to, you know, stick a RICO to ATK? Because, you know, everybody's, you know, busy focused on Ace when Ace has other ATK members already ready to go to trial, and it's been pushed back another year. So that's giving, you know, the feds and the government another year to come up and dig and listening to conversations and, you know, phone taps, people, you know, steady talking and running their mouth saying certain things about murders and, you know, drug deals and, you know, just illegal activity, you know, that can tie into that RICO. So, I mean, hey, man, say, man, who knows? That could be a big possibility as to why this is getting pushed back, right? In the clip I played in the beginning of Fulio saying that he don't believe that Ksoo killed Bibby, right? And possibly, you know, Ksoo is innocent, right? Maybe Fulio knew, because, you know, he's deceased now. Maybe Fulio knew that, you know, it was more to that situation than it was, and possibly Ksoo was gloating and, you know, boasting so much because he didn't actually kill Bibby. Now, he might have, you know, been there, like, you know, witnesses said or whatever, but, you know, it was also a rumor that another member had actually killed Bibby, and Ksoo was responsible for running another person down during that same event, right? But Ksoo just happened to be the, you know, the one rapping about it and talking about it in the songs and actually taking credit for it. So who knows, man? Allegedly, you know, they're saying as far as another story is being told on the streets, right? The rumors is, you know, still circulating that it's a, you know, conflict with that story on who actually gunned Bibby down, right? But, you know, some people say Ksoo and other people say that another member did it. But who knows, right? But, you know, it was interesting to see Fulio say that he don't actually believe that Ksoo was the one that actually gunned Bibby down at those hilltop apartments. And as we all know by now, we've seen the interrogation video of Ksoo's father, Abdul Robinson. He done gave statements. He done gave, you know, an interview stating that his sons were responsible for at least one murder, and that's Lil Buck, you know, to his knowledge, right? And say, man, hey, man, it ain't looking good at all, because, you know, the dad is still facing 20 years, even though he's cooperating with the authorities, right? So I found that kind of strange that he was still cooperating, knowing that he's facing 20 years regardless if he tells on his sons or not, right? So why risk being a rat when you're gonna still do time up to 20 years anyway? So that just didn't make sense. But then you have another, you know, and also they did label Blue, you know, Abdul Robinson, the father of Ksoo, and Crazy K, an ATK member. Blue, who was Ksoo's father, stated that, you know, he received a phone call saying to come pick these guys up while they were on the run after the hit on Lil Buck, okay? So not only did he implicate his sons in the murder of Lil Buck, he also implicated another ATK member in that same shooting. And we also have another guy who's a part of a different gang that goes by Butter, right? He's also giving statements against the ATK members, right? Saying and stating how the whole murder, the shooting took place on Lil Buck. Now, Butter told the investigators during his interrogation, right, that the main reason that Lil Buck was gunned down and killed is because he made a diss song about Ksoo and Crazy K's brother, Boss Goon, who had lost his life to gun violence, right? And they wanted to make an example and, you know, show everybody that, look, if you diss ATK, this is what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get the Lil Buck treatment, right? And, you know, Butter stated that they didn't get paid, well, he didn't get paid or nothing like that from, you know, gunning Lil Buck down and being a part of the whole murder. But, you know, this was basically an example to anybody who made diss songs towards ATK. Wow. So all these statements, these interrogations that, you know, Blue did, which is the father, Abdul Robinson, you know, saying things like, you know, that was definitely Hakeem Robinson, his son, that was seen on that photo with that weapon in his hand during the time of Lil Buck's murder, right? And even saying that he told his son to take down a post that he had made, kill an N-word and go get my toes done, right after the murder of Lil Buck. You know, the father said he told his son, look, hey man, take that down. That don't look good, you know. It's not the right time to be saying things like this. Okay, and so all these things are factors. And with the father, you know, naming another ATK member who allegedly called him to come pick him up during the murder after the shooting of Lil Buck, that's not looking good as well. You know, even 50 spoke out about it back in 2022, you know, stating that, say man, it's a cold game, you know, even when your father tells on you, snitches on you, rats on you, right? And so, you know, you can't trust nobody. And so, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody is going to have eyes on this case, this trial, when it begins next year, right? And with Abdul Robinson also pinpointing and finger pointing and testifying that a screenshot of one of the suspects wearing a hoodie with a weapon in his hand during the Lil Buck murder with some Jordans on. He said that that was definitely his son Hakeem, right? And the guy asked him, you know, the interrogator asked him, well, how you know that? He said, all because of the Jordans. I'm thinking like, well, anybody could have those Jordans, sir. But hey, man, say, man, that's crazy, right? And how, you know, he runs and walks and wears his hoodie also contributed to, you know, the father saying that was definitely his son. So we're going to see how all this play out next year when the trial actually starts. Because, you know, like the judge says, it's going to be a while, you know, before the jury even gets picked next March, right? And also in October of next year, that's when they're going to do another presentation, I'm guessing, of the evidence that they have to try to finally get the ball rolling on this Ksoo murder trial. So until next time, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in hip hop, rap, and celebrity news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spending with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, hey, man. And guess what? I'm gone.